Good evening, class. My name is Omar Fuentes. I'm going to talk about subject and predicate. Subject and predicate are two basic building blocks of any complete sentence. And a complete sentence is the first step in grammar. A complete sentence has to be made of two parts, the subject and the predicate. In order to have a complete sentence, each sentence must have a subject and a verb. These two parts of speech are the fundamental part of the subject and predicate that make up a sentence. Every sentence has a subject and a predicate as I mentioned it, or it is not considered a complete sentence. Subject. Subject is the person or the thing that the sentence is about. For example, in this sentence, the brown fox jumps over the low fence. Fox is the simple subject and brown is the complete subject. Now here my other classmates are going to explain more deep information about this topic. Thank you very much.
Good evening, teacher. In this video, I'm going to talk about difference between subject and predicate. What is the subject? Who or what the sentence is about? Noun or pronoun? What is the predicate? The subject does or is. The predicate usually beginning with the verb. Type of subject: simple subject, only subject. Complete subject with a modifier. Compound subject, two or more simple subject enjoined when necessary by a conjunction. Type of predicate: simple predicate, only verb or verb phrase. Complete predicate modified with a verb. Compound predicate, two or more simple predicate enjoyed when necessary by a conjunction. Example: type of subject: simple subject, only verb. Example: Rebecca is watching the car. Who is watching the car? Rebecca is the simple subject. Other example: he cooked. The simple subject, he, pronoun. Complete subject modify the subject. For example, the wise man called the ambulance. The complete subject is the wise man. And compound subject, two or more subjects. Example: Holi and Diwali are my favorite festival. Holi and Diwali are my compound subject. Type of predicate: simple predicate, only verb. For example, I help. My simple predicate is help. And complete predicate modify the verb. Example: it's raining heavily last night. My complete predicate is raining heavily last night. And compound predicate, two or more verbs with a conjunction that share the same subject. For example, Alex found the bottle and drank its contents. My compound predicate is found and drank is my compound predicate.
Good afternoon, teacher and classmates. I am going to talk about the subject and predicate. Subject is the person or thing performs the action. Usually nouns, pronouns, or nouns paragraph usually precede the predicate. The predicate includes the action that performed by the subject, contains the verbs, object, and other elements. Usually is or comes after the subject. Subject example and comments. Sometimes the subject is not clear. This is especially the case when you have a comment like one below. Do your homework. In case the subject of the sentence is not clear, there is no other person or thing doing their homework. The passive voice example is a present sentence. The passive verb, tell, and action usually is half the words by it and the person or thing. Though is the action is the end of the sentence rather at the beginning. There is confusion for several reasons. First, the action is not always included in the sentence. Second, is the thing or the being acted of the is the subject. Thank you.
Predicate example in common. In a common sentence, the entry of the sentence is usually the predicate. Do you homework? For this is example, do you homework is the predicate. The subject, the influence you has no influence on the rest of the sentence. Predicate example in past voice. The same principle that governs how to define the subject of the passive voice sentence applies here. When you understand the meaning of the sentence, the actor can be quickly clear. Uh, however, however, that is not usually the subject. Refer again to the sentence below. The newspaper article was written by the journalist. As with the explication above, the subject is the noun that the verb agrees with. They do the action in the sentence by being something. In this case, the newspaper article was written by journalist. The bolded part of the sentence is the predicate. It shows what the newspaper was and includes the phrases that describe being written by the journalist.